2005 Chevrolet Suburban half-ton 5.3 liter V8 with the 4L60E transmission. What we're doing today is I just want to make a quick video on the gap between the flex plate and the torque converter when the torque converter is all the way as far in the belt housing as you can get it set in a good position. And so with the 4L60E transmission, with this application, we need to have at least an eighth, well really at least a 1/16 of an inch gap, maximum 3/16 of an inch. If we don't do that, it's very imperative. When you're under load, accelerate, decelerate, that torque converter has to be able to expand and etc. And if there's not enough room in there, it'll destroy the pump or it'll just do internal damage. So it's very important. So, and we're talking within 1,000 miles or so. So it's very important that we get this gap right. So I just put a new transmission in this truck and I just want to make sure it's right. So according to the Chinese math here, we've got to convert our 1/8 of an inch over to millimeters. And I've done that with my little Chinese math here. You guys can do it too. So according to my calculations, we need to have a minimum of 3.17 millimeters to maximum 4.76 millimeters. And so I've got that right here with my feeler gauge. Okay, got two settings. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna check our distance super quick. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we've got the flex plate bolt there. We're gonna move to get it in line. Okay. 4.76 does not fit, okay? So that's our maximum. We do not fit, okay? So that's not a terrible thing, okay? So now we're gonna check our 1/8 of an inch. And we fit. It's about perfect. Matter of fact, if I get the camera here, if I can pull back a little bit. Nope, we can go the other way. Let's see here. If I can get that. Okay, there it is. So it's a snug fit. 1/8 of an inch is snug, but it's good. There's enough room. That's a minimum. You know, that's pretty minimum. And so there's a good distance that you could probably, now it's about max. So that's what you want. That's a minimum. And this is as far back as it'll go. I can't slide her back anymore. So she's all the way back. So that's it. So as long as you got that, you're golden. One thing before I end the video is, one thing I didn't mention, that if the pump or the torque converter here, if this gap is, say it's we put our feeler gauge in there and we're bigger than the 4.76 millimeters, 3/16 of an inch. Okay, if it goes in there, you know, we got too much room, then we need to shim it. If we don't do that, then it's gonna pull it away from the pump and we start it up and run it, it's gonna, your whole torque converter is not going to be in position in the transmission, the pump and everything. And then once we got going, start driving it and everything, get it hot, starts expanding, then it's going to, you know, it's just not going to be right. And the reason about this is the torque converters are aftermarket, and whoever rebuilt it could have not maybe have the exact distance, you know, like the factory. So, or the engineers that made it. So it's just very important. Now, if it's too far, if it's too close, then it's going to expand, and then it's going to expand so much to where it's going to push the torque converter into the pump, and then it's going to cause internal damage again. So you're a lose-lose situation. That's why you want it really at 1/8 of an inch to keep it from doing all that. It's right in the middle. And as you can see, I had this thing apart more than just a transmission. While I had it apart, I went ahead and did a pan gasket and some other stuff. So I dropped the differential and got that out of my way, and that's so that way I had more room. But I wanted to do this before completing everything, because if it wasn't right, I could easily just take it back out, do some fabricating, whatever I needed to do. Obviously, if it's too far away from it, I just shim it. But if it's too close to it, I would have to go back to where I bought the transmission from and say, hey, this torque converter you built ain't right because it's too close. It's, you know what I mean? I need need to shim. Maybe I need to, do some fabricating and do some machine work and get the gap I need, because, you can only do so much with what you got here. So anyway, I hope this helps. It's very, very imperative that you guys do this. Have a blessed day.